In a world that tells us to do more, it's easy to get sucked in to new habits or resolutions, or simply to convince ourselves that we just need to try harder. As someone who's been there before, let's be clear. It's not about doing more, but it's about doing the right things. If you're looking to make big changes as we head into 2024, stick around, because I'm going to be sharing 8 life-changing habits that will help you gain more energy so that you can pursue your dreams and goals. First habit to gain more energy is getting enough sleep. It all starts with a good night's rest. Whenever I hear someone say that they're tired and exhausted, my first question is always, are you getting enough sleep? Sleep is the foundation of your energy and your overall well-being. According to the National Institutes of Health, good sleep improves brain performance, mood, and health. And failing to get enough quality sleep on a regular basis increases your risk of many diseases and disorders. If you struggle to get enough sleep, some of the best ways that I've found to improve my sleep include going to bed at a consistent time every night, having a dark and relaxing environment with a comfortable temperature. Because I live in a city, I use earplugs, an eye mask, and white noise in order to get a good night's sleep. Limiting screens before bed, avoiding large amounts of food or alcohol before bed. You could also try sleep meditations. I used to struggle to fall asleep. It's like I couldn't shut my mind off. So I started using the Headspace app and their sleep meditations, and those allowed me to relax my mind and body and to fall asleep more quickly. As a note, this is not a sponsored video, but the Headspace app is one that I would highly recommend. So I'll include a link in the description below if you'd like to give it a try. With these tips, I'm getting more sleep than ever before, and I wake up feeling refreshed. The second habit is to eat healthy. The food you consume has a significant impact on your energy levels. Fuel your body with nutritious, wholesome foods to keep yourself energized throughout the day. If you want more energy, I'd encourage you to do a few things. Focus on eating more fruits, vegetables, and whole foods. Processed foods and foods that are high in sugar are going to leave your brain and body feeling sluggish. Avoid food or other substances that make you feel bad. If you don't know what these are, you could do a food diary to become more mindful of how different foods make you feel. These will be individual to each person, but for me, I know that I want to avoid coffee, potatoes, eggs, and wheat. And if I don't, I regret it later. Make sure you're eating enough. Have you ever been hangry? I'm sure I'm not the only one whose hunger impacts my mood. If you're feeling tired or burned out, it's probably not the time to focus on dieting or restricting your calories. Instead, focus on eating nourishing foods to boost your energy. To make a long story short, prioritize eating what makes you feel good and avoid what makes you feel bad. The next habit is regular physical activity. I typically take a long walk around lunchtime, and I've found that even something as simple as getting my steps in can help me feel so much better. When I'm moving my body regularly, it has a real impact on my stamina and helps me have consistent energy throughout the day. Not only does this give you more energy, but it can help you get more done. According to the CDC, regular physical activity helps with brain health and can also reduce the risk of disease. Real quick, if you're finding value in this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you'll be notified whenever we release new content. The next habit has the strongest scientific connection to boosting your energy levels, and that's getting outside. Studies have shown that spending time outside can reduce your stress and improve your mood. This is likely a result of increased serotonin levels, which is a neurotransmitter that alters your mood. There are even some who suggest that spending time outside will help you get better sleep by regulating your internal clock. Another little known benefit of getting outside is to experience awe. And awe is linked to higher life satisfaction, lower stress, and even lower instances of heart disease. The next habit that I've found really effective is to stay connected with like-minded people. Surrounding yourself with like-minded people can inspire and motivate you to chase your dreams and goals. For example, this past year, I joined a community called Location Indie. This is a community of mostly entrepreneurs who value travel and adventure and location independence. Through this community, I participate in a mastermind, workshop, monthly goal reflection and planning, and I even have had a bunch of one-on-one connections with people in the community. Regular connection with people in this group provides me with inspiration and energy. Find people with similar values and who are doing really cool things, and then figure out a way to connect with them regularly. It'll make a huge difference. The next habit is perhaps my favorite one on this list, and it's to do something fun every single day, even if it's only for 15 minutes. Life can sometimes feel like a slog. You get up, you get ready for work, you go to work, you come home, you make dinner, you recover from work, you go to sleep, and you get up and do it all over again. By inserting at least one fun thing into your day, it can give you a boost, it can energize you, and give you something to look forward to throughout the day. Here are a few simple examples. You could take a walk, do some yoga, play with your pet, play a game, call a friend, or read a book for fun. I was inspired to do this by my therapist when I was working through severe burnout. She shared the importance of accumulating positive experiences. When we accumulate those positive experiences, they can outweigh the negative experiences. Plus, the positive experiences help us get into a virtuous cycle. We gain energy and more brain space to figure out what fun thing we want to do next. If you're enjoying this content, you may be interested in working with me more closely. 2 to 3 times a year, I open the doors for the Design a Life You Love group coaching program. In this program, I work with small groups of clients to gain clarity about what they really want, dream big about what the future holds, and move from ideas to action. Clients and alumni of this program have changed careers, taken sabbaticals, started businesses, explored passion projects, and figured out the way that they want work to fit into their lives. If you're serious about making intentional changes in your life, I think this program could be a really good match for you. Head over to thepioneers.com/waitlist, and you'll be the first to hear when new programs open. The next habit is to identify things that you don't like and then to remove them or reduce the frequency. I once heard an analogy of kittens, the positive things in our life, and alligators, the negative things in our life. So imagine that your life is a pool full of these kittens and alligators. What would you do to improve your life? Would you add more kittens, or would you try to remove the alligators who are eating the kittens? In this analogy, the obvious thing is to remove the alligators first and then figure out what kittens you want to add. I call this self-care by subtraction. In order to say yes to the things that you want to do, sometimes we have to say no to the things that we don't want first. If you aren't spending time reflecting on what drains you, I'd encourage you to get started. Pay attention not only to what you enjoy, but also what you don't. Then you can brainstorm ways to minimize, eliminate, or mitigate the impacts. Sometimes when we're exhausted, it's because we're trying to do too many things. When I was recovering from burnout, I made a list of everything that I did, and if it wasn't necessary or it wasn't a hell yes, I eliminated it. I stopped going to the grocery store, I resigned from a nonprofit board, I stopped attending a book club, and although it didn't happen right away, I quit a toxic job. All of these things created more space for me to say yes to the things that I actually wanted. Last but not least, the 8th habit is to celebrate your wins. In the midst of making all of these changes, don't forget to celebrate your wins no matter how small. The way in which you celebrate your wins can vary. For example, I'm part of a community that prompts me every Friday to reflect on what I've accomplished this week, what I'm proud of, and what I'm grateful for. Sometimes I go into Friday feeling a bit blah about the week, but this reflection usually reminds me of just how much progress I'm making. So don't forget to celebrate your wins. These 8 habits have helped me to dramatically improve my energy levels. And they've enabled me to start my business, become location independent, and focus on the things that matter most to me: my health, my relationships, and adventure. And the best part is that I feel good doing it. These habits will help you to create space in your life for the things that you want to pursue. Now that you understand what it will take to increase your energy so that you can pursue your goals, it's also important to understand how small actions can propel you forward. I recommend checking out this video on experimentation so that you can stop overthinking and start taking action. As always, thanks for joining us today and enjoy the journey.